Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by Rock Oil Refining and Sweetwater Spirits and Resorts. Your Blitz starts now.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. I'm Salt Meyer wearing a University of Texas hat because my Oklahoma Sooners couldn't pull it out against Texas last week. Now I may look alive, but I am dying inside. That is my partner, Serenity Douglas, who sadly is not wearing any OU colors today.
I think burnt orange looks good on you, Saul. The same way 49-0 looked good on OU.
Okay, all right. Enough of that. Let's move on to some high school football instead of college. Serenity, your game had some big implications today, and we're finally featuring 8-man football for our game of the week. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
That's right, Saul. Let's shout out some 8-man football. The Phillips Loggers haven't won a conference title since 1968. They have an opportunity to clinch it today and make history. Let's see if the Loggers could roll on to their first conference title in 54 years. Washburn traveled to Phillips to take the conference title. Early in the first, Phillips was playing like they were on a mission. Their defense was on Washburn hard and was sending them a message. But once the Loggers had that momentum, they were unstoppable. Look at that tall number 6. Dominic Maybe run it in and put them on the board 7-0. And Washburn's Brendan Walson trying to make a run for it. But look at that Logger defense saying, oh no, sir. And they attempt at it again, but Max Phillips is taken down by a herd of Loggers. Then Jesse Broom runs it in, making it look easy, looking like a pro. Phillips will secure a win for the conference title 72-8, the first time since 1968.
First time since 1968. Wow. Let's stay with 8-man football, where this game was played in a blizzard, at least for me being from Texas. Now, I don't know why, but field goals for some reason are always weird for 8-man football. But if any team were to execute it to perfection, it's Newman Catholic. Already executing on special teams, here's them executing on defense now. They had a brick wall on defense today. Execution on special team, defense, and now offense. This Newman Catholic team must be ranked #1 in the state or something. Tyler Ackerman takes it himself and powers into the end zone for 6. That's all the cards needed to win this one, 45-0. Finish out the season 8-0 undefeated.
Let's head over to 3 Lakes with Leona Wabena. Carter Johansson drops back. He's looking deep, tiptoes around, and heads it down the field. Brady Shepard is there. He takes it all the way to the house. Going for 2, Braden Barr cannot hold on to it. Brady Shepard tries to recover, but it is no good. And Janesh looking deep again, but he will go down. And LJ Terrellizzi on the sack. Josh Cougar on the reception takes this one to tie it up. But Leona Wabena goes on to win it 56-34.
Now on to Merrill, where the Blue Jays looked a little pink tonight with their uniforms. Here in the second, Mosinese defense came to play. Quarterback drops back to pass, sees pressure, rolls right, and is sacked here for a big defensive stop. But Merrill's defense showed up too. A big goal line stop here on 4th down to keep Mosinese scoreless on that drive. Here in the third quarter, though, Mosinee was angry. Wyatt Harris gets the ball, runs through some guys, around some guys, over some guys, under some guys, you name it, tiptoeing down the sideline for a monster touchdown to give them the 28-6 lead. And big plays like that gave them a 40-12 win and outright GNC chance.
Now let's take a look at some area scores. Athens traveled to Gilman and lost 16-54. Shawanigan and Butternut and Mercer loses to Northwood and Solo Spring 14-68. And finally, Florence beats White Lake Elko 40-0.
Now on to some more area scores from teams in our area that we couldn't get to. Tomahawk started the season 3-0, but went on a 5-game losing streak. Luckily for them, that losing streak ended with a forfeit win over Menominee Indian, so they're back in the win column. They did play a replacement game today against Clintonville, and if you were wondering who would win in a fight between a hatchet and a truck wins this one 46-0. Next, a great Northern Conference matchup between Antigo and Medford had Medford winning this one 53-21. And finally, Cribbets hosted the Conto Falls and won 35-6. Sadly, that's all the 8-man coverage we have for tonight, but we're not done yet with those other games.
That's right, Saul. We'll have more highlights from 11-man football coming to y'all after the break.
As much as I love me some 8-man football, it's time to talk about one of the bigger 11-man football games that went on tonight. Wausau West hosting DC Everest, and let's see how that Wausau West game went. Now, I've seen some cool national anthems, but I've never seen as cool as this one from Tom Field. Here in the first quarter, Vince Hines keeps the ball on a read option and goes for a huge gain here to get in the red zone, showing off the burners on that play. That set up a goal line power run in from running back Ryan Reneck for a touchdown. Failed two-point conversion makes it 6-0. But Reneck wasn't done there. He gets the ball on a halfback pitch and powers his way into the end zone again. Extra point makes it 13-0. And Mr. West, Wausau West wins this one 40-14.
The Hodags traveled to Lakeland Union. Lakeland was looking to become 5-4, and that they did. Let's look at the first quarter. Lakeland's Braden Wiechek passes it off to Rocky Wagner, and he will run it all the way in for Lakeland. Touchdown, 6-0. They'll go for the extra point field goal and secure it, but moving on to the second quarter. Now look closely. Lakeland's Leonard Chosa pushes through for another Thunderbird touchdown. And why go for one when you could go for two? That's exactly what they did and ended up winning it 49-0.
All right, let's move on. Crandon hosting Coleman, a big Northwoods Football Conference matchup. Crandon defense showing off early. They are powering through people. Coleman's run game was going nowhere that game. 3 big stops, including this one right here. That sets up a big run where running back stretches out for that first down marker and gets it. Now we are going to see Coleman end up winning that one after a very tough battle, 36-12. Now, that's all the time we've got for the Blitz, and I cannot wait to get this hat off of my head, Serenity. When is that going to happen?
Never. But that's right, Saul. We'll be back for playoffs next week and every Friday at Friday Night Blitz at 10. Have a good night.